and Brad, the two most famous physical therapists on the internet.
Hi, I'm Bob Schrupp, physical therapist.
Brad Heineck, physical therapist.
Together we are the most famous physical therapists on the internet.
In our opinion, of course, Bob.
Brad, we were just talking, both of us, both of our lives have been touched by our families by breast cancer.
Right.
My mother-in-law, she was diagnosed about 15 to 20 years ago.
Okay.
And it's very crushing when it happens. I mean, I saw a quote online saying that you feel like you break into a million pieces, and that's,
Sure.
you know, but we want to say there's really hope out there.
Right.
I mean, she was diagnosed 15, 20 years ago, and she's been, cured and hasn't seen a bit of it since.
Right.
So.
And I have a friend of the family's, and I've known her for 40 years. It was about 10 or 15 years ago as well when she was diagnosed and treated. And she just had her 90th birthday this year, and she's doing very well.
So, and that all comes down to getting medical care, doesn't it, Brad?
Right.
Doing the screenings, and that's why we're really a big fan of this foundation called the Pink Lotus Foundation. I'm going to go ahead and put their logo up here between us.
Do that.
And I'll put the website for them right down here, and also put a link down in the description. But this is a nice organization, and they provide free services for people who can't afford it.
Okay.
If they're underinsured or uninsured, or if maybe through a life event, if they got divorced or some kind of catastrophe happened.
Right. And they'll assess that and then cover as they can.
You basically go on their website, and you can apply, and they'll look and see whether or not you fit the needs, and then they can provide service. So their mission is not so much to find a cure, which they know other places are doing that.
Sure.
They're trying to save people's lives right now.
Right. People who can't afford it, and take that financial stress out of the equation, because you don't need that when you're dealing with cancer.
And that's so true, Brad. Once you get this devastating news, the last thing you want to also deal with is how can I pay for this?
Right.
So. And Brad, you're a biker.
Sure.
So I thought this was really cool to drive awareness to their foundation. Andy Funk, who's an Ironman athlete, he went from Los Angeles to Las Vegas in less than 24 hours on a bike.
Bicycle.
Not motorcycle. Vroom, vroom, right?
Bicycle, human powered.
So I'm going to, at the end of this, I'm going to play a little clip of that. I'm also going to put the link to that right here. So if you want to watch the whole video, it's really kind of inspiring. They got inspiring music and what's really cool, and I'll put a little bit of that at the end, is they have his statistics at the end. So it was 364 miles, and he did it in 20 hours and 41 minutes. I don't know, that sounds really good to me.
I drove that route.
Oh, did you?
A number of years ago, and I distinctly remember the wind blowing sand, and it was like sandblasting my vehicle. I was like, I'm gonna have to wax my. So I know it was windy on this ride for part of it. So he's dealing not only with the wind, but heat, and the sand that's blowing
and
on.
some hills. So and they got all those stats at the end. So you have to watch that. So again, if you feel it in your heart, make sure you want to go ahead and contribute to this organization. It's a wonderful organization.
You bet.
Thanks for watching. Watch the clip.